All right, guys, welcome back to Off the Record with A&A. Today we got a special guest here, Adrian Diaz Lopez, runs at Wichita State. Adrian, would you like to introduce yourself and tell them a little about yourself and what your PRs are and what events you do?
Hey people, I'm Adrian Diaz Lopez. I'm from Spain. I'm running here in Wichita State, and I was running in Cowley College before, and Yuko Product. And my PR in the I'm gonna start with indoor. In indoor, I have 4-1 in the mouse from this year, and like 754 last week. That's my big PR, I think, right now. And then I have outdoor. I don't run a good outdoor like long time ago, but I have in the 5K I have 14 or 4. 2 season or 3 season ago, I have 348 in the 15. The same season that 14 or 4, and then I don't know if I have more PR. That's all. I only ran 110K on the track, but it's like
Yeah.
5 years ago. It was my first year of practice. I think I ran 13:20 or something like that. But I was like 2 months running,
Yeah.
and
I
then
think that's
cross country. In the 5 miles 8K. I ran 14 or 3 this year. It's not my best event. And the 10K, I ran 30 or 5, no, 30 or 7, a regional. So that's kind of all my PR.
All right.
Is it the mile you have the school record in? I think I saw. Is that right?
No, I
3K.
almost broke the school record in the mile, but I missed that for like 0.02.
Oh,
It's like
dang.
0.02 seconds, yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Wow.
But he has the 3K.
I didn't know. We the season, like we didn't plan the season like that. Like we were going to the triangular. I was racing with KU and Kansas State, just like for compete a little bit, like opening season. Like I didn't care about the time, just win the race. But
Yeah.
then I was doing 1 mile to like roll my leg a little bit, like get ready for run fast. And then my coach told me like, "Hey man, you can block 4 minutes." I was like, "No, coach. Like I just come back to California. I didn't do like lactic workout, stuff like that. That's how you get the confidence for like the miles. I was like, I know, I don't have idea about how fast I am. And then I run 4 or 3. I was like, oh, like I look fast. Like maybe I can block 4.
Yeah.
But then the 2 weeks after, we were planning for like a good 3K in Iowa State for like 2 months ago. But then the 3K in Iowa State wasn't that good. And then we changed the plans and we went to Nebraska. Then my teammate paced me for like 800 meters at 158, 59. And then the last 800 by myself, that was hard, man. The lactic killed me, bro. It killed me. I feel I can block 4 minutes. I can run like 358, something like that right now. But I just need like a good race. Because, like run 4-1 by yourself is really hard. Because the
Yeah.
second fastest guy in the heat was 409.
So you led it the whole time then?
Yeah, I was running by myself the whole time. So I mean, kind of like the 3K. The 3K this past weekend in Washington. When I got there, uh, the they post the heat like one day before. Yeah, the race was on Friday, and they post the heat on Thursday afternoon or Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then my coach called me and he said, "Hey, Adrian, you are in the." There was 7 heat, and the 7 heat was the fastest, and I was in the 4 heat. So like the third one is the third slowest or the 4 faster, whatever. And then I was like, come on, like I just got the heat. I was like, okay, I'm gonna find everyone in Tiffer. Hopefully I'm gonna have a good race, because it's Washington. Nah, I just find everyone, and then the faster was me. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna run by myself. Again, after 4 hours, I come to
Yeah.
Washington. I fly to Washington to run by myself. Like, you kidding me? and then like, yeah, like that was the plan. I was like, okay. Then coach called me. He was like, even like doesn't matter. Like they don't have pacer for the 4 hit. I was like, okay. So I might PR by 1 second by myself. But then like at 12 a.m. or like 11 p.m. in the night, my coach called me again. He said, hey, I just got an email from Washington coach, and they say that they put you in the second fastest hit. I was like, wow. I was more chilling, because when they told me you're in the fourth hit, I was like, okay, so like whatever, like I'm just gonna run. But then when they told me you're in the second fastest hit, I was like, oh, now I gotta run fast. Like I was
Yeah.
start to get
Right.
like, really nervous, like exciting and really nervous because I never ran in my life a race like that, like with that level, like
Yeah.
I knew before my 754, I knew that my level was amazing and like I was feeling better than any other year. My tempo, my threshold pay increased like 2 minutes faster, like last year my 10K pay, because I used to do some 10Ks at tempo. Last year my faster one was 33 or 9, and this year at practice I ran 31:11. Aiden was there with me on the track.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I mean, in that workout, in this workout, you can feel like you're much better than last year. And then I was like, I just gotta run fast. Then, man, 2 hours before the race, I just got to the track. I was super nervous, like, bro, I was shaking so bad, like so bad. I was like, man, here, I don't know, like I just was so nervous, like I almost start crying because I was, like, you know that you have that level, but you never run a race with that level. So I was,
Yeah.
and then in the start line, I was with NAU, Oklahoma State. Like most of that guys, they are gonna be pro in 2 years. I mean, I
Yeah.
want to be pro too. That's my goal, be pro. But I was like, man, all of these guys are all American already. Like they are national champ. I think I was like, what the hell I'm doing here? But then I just run really fast. Like they put us a pacer. He wasn't that good. He's supposed to run like 1 mile or 2K, and he ran 1200, and the pay was like 63 for the 400 meters, and the free one was like 65. And then I was like, ooh. And then I mean, you can feel that because in the first lap I was like, this feels so easy. Like I don't know what pace.
Yeah.
Like because the track is 3 or 7 meters, so like you can calculate the split. But they have like a mini light
The
in the
light.
track, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
every time the light turn on is because one 400 meter is coming.
Oh.
So first 400 meters, 65. Second 400 meters, 62. So it was like slow, fast, slow, and then after the 1200, he dropped out, and then the light didn't work anymore. So then after the 1200, we didn't know any other split. We just
Really?
went all out.
Oh.
Yeah, so like sometimes we were going like 49 for the first 7 meter lap, and then another time 47, 49, 47. It wasn't
Yeah.
consistent. And then with two lap in my legs, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna drop out. Like my legs were so heavy. I was like, man, why I feel so bad? But then after the 1200 or the mile, I was like, ooh, I feel incredible. Like this is my 5K pace, man. Like this feels so easy. But then when two laps to go, I was there. Like I was second and first all the time with the NAU guy. NAU guy, I don't know what's the name. You might know the name, Aiden.
Brody Hasty.
Yeah, I was
403 high school mile.
yeah, I was I never knew who was that guy. Like my coach from JUCO told me like, hey, you know who's that guy? I was like, no, and he told me he was one of the best high school recruit in the nation,
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 years ago. I
Yep.
was like, nice. I don't know. I just was waiting here. So we 2 laps to go. I was like, the Washington coach, he come to me, he told me, man, I thought you were winning the heat. Because I was waiting to like kick, but then last lap, I don't know, I don't know what happened. I just feel empty. Like I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't have another kick. So
Yeah.
I was with them until the last lap, and they ran 7:49, and then I ran 7:54.
You were in like second the whole time, and then there's a pack of like 5 or 6 of you the whole race
Yeah,
after the mile.
yes, I don't know what happened last lap. I guess I have to work on that for outdoor.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to make. I want to make regional for sure, and then hopefully I can make national.
Yep.
I still have 2 more years at Wichita State. I don't know why I'm sophomore, but the NCAA said I'm sophomore, so I'm happy. You know?
It's the COVID.
The
It's
COVID year.
COVID year.
Yeah, but I don't know because I'm from 2000. You know,
Yeah. I don't know.
so I compete 3 indoor, a junior college, 2 outdoor, and 2 cross country. So I might be sophomore on outdoor and cross, but in indoor I ran 3 seasons. But they
It
say
says
I'm
it
sophomore.
says you're sophomore in indoor though.
Yeah, so
So I don't know.
that's perfect for me. Like another more year, like a
Yeah.
student athlete. That's really nice.
All right.
So it wasn't bad.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I think I can have
Aiden.
more in my legs. We will see.
Yeah. Yeah. Aiden, do you want to ask him any questions?
Yeah, sure. So, you said you started at Cowley. What was it like going to Wichita State? Like, was it a hard training adjustment, or was it kind of like similar between the two programs?
It was kind of the same because I don't know if you know, but I have my coach back home too. So like I mean, when I went to Cowley at the beginning, it was hard because like I mean, I'm where I am right now because I'm a hard worker. Like I practice so much. Like Aiden know that because he know most of my weight at practice, and he know like I do a lot of miles, a lot of quality. So at the beginning, I was like doing a lot of workout by myself. Like sometimes I was going to the high school track because my coach at Cowley. I was I didn't I was like, okay, should I ask my coach if I can do my own stuff? Yeah, but he might be mad, or
Hmm.
so sometimes it's something hard. But then I was getting a good level, and then I decided to talk with my coach at Cowley, and then we were like, okay, like that's fine, like you can do Monday or Wednesday when we have normal run, you can do your farley, your tempo stuff, and then on Tuesday and on Friday we can do track workout. Like almost all the school do track workout on Tuesday and Friday. So it was kind of the same when I went to Wichita. It was hard at the beginning. It was more hard with the school because here in Wichita State, like I need to study more. In junior college, the professor is more easy.
Right.
So it was really hard in the academic side, but then at practice it was perfect. Like my coach he's amazing. Like he just make everything easy, and he's really flexible. That's why I come to Wichita State, because I get like 47 full scholarship. But I came here because my coach is amazing, and he told me like I'm gonna be flexible with your practice. So it's kind of the same. It's maybe more fun, and it's better because my teammates are faster. Like they are D1 athletes, so they have
Yeah.
incredible level. Even if they are not that like as fast as me, they can stay with me in the workout. Like
Right.
We have a group. It's like 5 guys with me, and then we almost all of us we practice at the same pace. Like
Yeah.
just for me, for example, it's maybe more easy going to like 240 pace, and then if we recover 4 minutes, like maybe it's too much for me, and maybe it's perfect from the other guys, but we all go at the same intensity. Like we in cross country, Aiden, we in track, we have like two group. Like most of the freshmen, they are getting ready, because when you're a freshman, is you change your mileage, you change everything. So like
Right.
in cross country, we were at one group, like all in one group, and we all work together. Like then in race is different, like not everyone race that good, or like some people are practice, they go slow and then they race incredible. So that feel incredible. Like it's easy to get a good workout with, like with a good group. So that was incredible. That was the best thing here. Like practice in a group, they make you feel better. They give you more motivation. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
What kind of mileage are you hitting during track season right now?
I think I do almost the same mileage every week in the year. Like my my highest weight this year was like 83 in December, and then my lowest I think it was last week or like 2 weeks ago, because I was trying to get really fit for the 3K and the miles. Maybe it was 60, like 55, 60, I think 60. And then this week is gonna be maybe 65, 70, because it's the last week before conference.
Yeah.
Then conference is gonna be the same, like 50, 55, 60. Maybe I don't like to go under 60 because I feel like my legs feel sleepy and like I'm not active. Because
Yeah.
to go like my normal mileage is 70, 75. 75 I think is my normal mileage. And then so I used to do like 2 weeks 75, and then 1 week like 80 or 82, and then I'm going down a little bit to 70 or 65, and then I keep building again. After 2 or 3 weeks building, I have to do one for like readjust all the intensity and like assimilate all the workout. Because if you go like 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, if you don't reduce your intensity or your practice, or like, like for example, you want to do 75 every week, okay, so like 1 week, after a couple weeks, you can do 2 by 5 miles, like two easy run of 5 miles, and don't do one of 10 miles, something like that, like to don't get tired, like don't get fatigue in your legs. So it's depend. Like I know so many people they need 80 miles a week or like 90 miles a week to be fit and like feel ready to compete. It's depend each person. But for me, I think to be in 70, 75 average.
Yeah. So you said you were from Spain, so just want to tell everyone like what it's like running in Spain compared to the United States.
That's a good question because in Spain, I don't know. For example, before I don't really remember how it's competing in Spain. just for outdoor, because my favorite season, like I used to have 4 seasons a year. I have cross country, indoor in the United States, outdoor in the USA, and then outdoor in Spain. So my favorite season is indoor in the United States and outdoor in Spain. So cross country is kind of the same. In Spain is more the cross country race. They are not fast. Like the cross country race in Europe, most of them are really slow. So like it's we compete about who is the hardest guy to beat.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the pro athlete they won with like 520 pace 4 miles. That's slow, but I mean, like you can go fast.
Yeah.
So I really like the cross country here because it's really fast and like the course are like golf course, but you can fly. Like it's incredible. So cross country I like more in the United States because it's amazing. But then indoor, I never ran indoor in Spain, so I don't know. My first time running indoor, it was here in the United States, so I don't know about indoor in Spain. But then outdoor in Spain is different. Outdoor in Spain is more like, for me, it's more like a professional athlete. Like you go to like a really big meet. They used to have like money if you win. Like they have pacer all the time, like a professional pacer. Nike, Adidas, athlete. They pays you, and then, for example, I'm not under 23 anymore. So this year is my first year being senior. So I already qualified for the World Trials for outdoor. I qualified already in the 15 and in the 5K because with my 3K time, they let me run in the 5K. So all the meetings are incredible and you are all the time in the TV. I remember in 2021, I made the Olympic trials, and then I was in the start line with Mohamed Katir. Like he broke the world record yesterday. Like he
Oh
got
yeah.
the second fastest time in the world in the 3K. I was with him. I was with Carlos Mayo, is another Olympic guy from Spain. I was with who else? I don't remember more guys, but 3 or 4 guys, or Olympic guys. So then I remember the track, the floor was really hard to step, and like the ASIC shoes for competing, they don't have a spike on it. So like you can change the spike. So I remember Katir come to me and he asked me, "Hey, how you feel with your spike?" I was like, "Dude, Katir's coming to me. He's asking me if my spike are okay." Like, like it was like I'm dreaming or like this is real. And then I remember we finished the race. Katir lost because he was second because for the shoes because he couldn't kick, like the shoes slide all the time for the spike because it doesn't have a spike. And then when we were in the carpet, like after finish the race, I remember Katir was a little bit mad for the shoes. And then he let me see the spike. I think like no one, like no, a lot of people see that spike. Like he can even show, like he post some special workout on YouTube, and he never showed the spike. And he let me see the spike. I was like, man, what is this shoes? Like it's amazing shoes. And then like stuff like that, like you compete with the Olympic guys, so like it gives you more confidence, like more motivation. So I mean, it's just running in a world trials or like Olympic trials. I mean, you are with the top athlete of the world. So that's why I like more outdoor in Spain. But it's kind of saying, like, for be a student athlete, like it's hard in Spain. That's why I'm here, because you can be an student athlete. Like sport is separate to the school, so like most of the professors they don't care if you have to miss one final because you are going to the. I don't know if you guys know Adrian Ben. He's top 7 in he got 7 in the 800 meters in the Olympic final, and he was in the TV 2 years ago because he was going to the European Championship or World Championship for indoor season, and then he asked to his professor like I'm gonna miss one test because like a midterm exam because I need to go to the European Championship, and the professor was like, okay, like I don't care, like you are a student, so if you wanna That's the class, you gotta come to the exam, you know? And then I remember this guy post something in the social media, and then all the TVs kind of called him, and then he was talking about all the problems he have with the professors. So it's impossible in Spain. Like I
Yeah.
think in Europe, like in Europe, it's really hard to combine the school with the sport. So that's amazing. The United States.
Yeah. Aiden, do you have any questions or any other questions?
Yeah, so at conference, I'm guessing you're gonna double up and run the mile and 3K.
Yeah, I wanna. We don't have anyone on the miles because we have some injuries. Some guys they are injured, they can run. But the team was looking really good this year for conference because we have some guys in the 800. They are really good, and we have some guys in the mile too. But they are injured, so we don't have anyone in the miles. So I wanna do the open miles, you know. But I think if we are smart, it's smart to run a good DMR and then come back the day after and try to win the 3K or try to be in the top three with Tulsa.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get as much points as I can for my team, and we can try to win the conference or like at least get top two, top three. So that's my goal, and then just 1 week break, like doing some easy run, like maybe 20, 30 miles for 1 week, going down a lot, just recovery, you know. And then I'm not gonna stop practice. Like I will stop maybe 1 or 2 days, and then come back for outdoor because outdoor is gonna be incredible this year. Like I feel I can run way faster for outdoor in the 5K, and I didn't PR in the 5K like for like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So I wanna destroy the 5K. That's my big goal in outdoor. So the season is almost over. It's 1 more week.
Yeah. Goes by fast.
Yeah. Did you guys see yesterday the world record?
Yeah.
Man, what a race! 225 the last K. That's unbelievable. Like that's crazy fast, bro.
Yeah.
They ran 340 the last 1500.
Jeez.
That's faster than my 4 1 mile.
Yeah.
And I think my level is getting high. Imagine, bro. Like you know,
Yeah.
they ran 2 miles. They ran 3K at like my mile pace or faster. That's insane. Yeah, man. Everyone is going crazy. Even
Yeah.
in the NCAA in D1, I don't know how many people broke 4 minutes already this year. Like maybe the top 100 broke 4 minutes already.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you have those 8 guys from Washington
Yeah.
that all broke 4 in that one race.
Yeah, they are gonna be at least 5 guys are gonna be 15 All American in Naris, because maybe they have 5 guys in the top five. I mean that's gonna be hard, but Washington is doing incredible. Like they don't have cross country; they just focus on track. So that's why. So it's gonna be incredible. National this year. Mario Garcia Romo is not gonna be there because I remember last year he won the NCAA. So, but I will be there in a couple years in Mario Garcia Romo position. So
Yeah.
we just have to wait a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Got them all off the list.
All right. So Adrian, we have about 6 minutes left. So I just wanna. What's some advice you'd give for like someone who's just beginning to run, or like someone who's just going, just signed to like college to run? Like, what would you give them for advice?
In special for like people is the early are coming to D1 or like just college. Doesn't matter if it's junior college, D1, D2, NAA. because I went to junior college and junior college changed my life. Like I'm here for junior college too. They give me the opportunity. But like when you're a freshman years, most of the time is the hardest year. Like some people they lost the motivation at all, and they need like 2 or 3 years to come back, and like most of them they don't come back. Like most of the guys they run 3:59 the miles and in the high school, and then they go to D1 and they see that they're at top 50 in the nation, and they start to be worse and worse and worse. So like first thing is be patient, bro. Like you gotta be patient because this is my 5 years of practice. Like I just started running when I was 17 years old. So if I'm here with 5 years of practice, like because in Spain we don't run in the high school. Like guys, you have the opportunity to run in the high school, and then if you are good and you are talented, you can go to D1. Just be patient, bro. Like just start, increase the miles slow by slow, step by step, and then listen your coach, because be coach is hard. Like sometimes you don't trust in your coach or whatever, and like you have so many questions by like to yourself, like I'm doing the right thing, my coach is right, just trust on the process in your miles and be patient and progress every year with the mileage and with the volume, and then you're gonna get faster every year. Like another advice is I write my workout every day, and then next year I can make a comparison with like what was my pace last year and what was my pace this year. For like track workout is different, but you can see how are you improving, every year. And like if you get injured, same, bro. Like when you get injured, it's for a reason. Like everything happened for a reason, So like just listen to your body, be focused on come back, because when something happens in your life, it's because something better is coming, So like just do the right thing, be focused, and start to doing better every year with the miles, getting faster, getting faster, getting faster. Don't go all out in your first year, because then when you will be junior, you don't have anything else, like. But if you do the right thing every year, you're gonna progress, and then when you will be junior, you can get pro, you can be in the best day of your life. But then when you're a freshman, you put so many miles, so many intensity in the workout, man, that's energy that you are wasting, and that intensity is never coming back. So like you can kill your body and then never come back if you go so hard. So sometimes in the workout, if it feel easy, it's because it have to feel easy. Like you don't have to make the workout hard. Respect intensity. That's the most important thing in my practice. Respect intensity. Last workout it was on Tuesday. I'm the fastest guy of my team right now, and they were going at 30 seconds for the 200 meters and like 65, and then that's easy for me. But I was coming back for my 3K race. I was going 68, 69, like that's kind of my 10K pace, and that's because I'm smart. Like I'm coming back for a incredible race. My body's tired, I gotta come back, and then I gotta be ready to confident, What about if I go to practice on Tuesday? I make the workout hard. I don't recover as well for the 3K. So then I'm wasting my energy for confidence, So I'm not gonna be ready for confidence because I'm gonna have a lot of fatigue in my legs. That's the important thing to be smart. Like if you like everyone do the same. Everyone do so many miles, track work, everything. Why someone is better than another one? Because they are smart at practice, and they listen their body and they respect intensity. That's one of the best advice someone can give to you. Just respect intensity, in especially in cross, because if you pick a lot in cross, most of the guys, they are not that good in track. But you want to be faster on track or in cross country. Or like you want to be incredible in all the season. Because if you respect the intensity, you're going to be good in all the season. So respect the intensity, guys. That's important. That's really important.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap things up here. Thank you for joining us in the podcast, Adrian. Really enjoyed your story and then telling us about your race last weekend in Washington where you ran 7:54. So guys, just like, comment, and subscribe, and then thank you for watching. Check us out next week for the new episode.